Summer has come to an end and school is back in session. And this deputy on duty meets Sean Strickland, the school resource deputy who is dedicated to positively impacting students' lives through each interaction.
So I'm Deputy Sean Strickland with the Sheriff's Office. I've been with the Sheriff's Office for roughly 11 and a half years. I did about 5 years on the road, 3 of those as a training officer. And then I will be starting my seventh school year in the school resource unit.
Choosing a career in law enforcement was easy for Deputy Strickland because he always had a strong passion for serving and giving back to his community.
I'll put my age out there. I'm 40 years old. Moved to Tallahassee. I was 9 months old, so it's pretty much all I knew. So I kind of thought the idea of serving the community I grew up in would be really neat, and so far so good.
In his role as an SRD, he has the chance to open the line of communications between youth and law enforcement, fostering an atmosphere of education and trust.
So anytime I have an interaction with a student, I try to make it as positive as possible. I think it's a big deal that they know that we are just regular people. We have a job to do. We're not always there to come up with a negative solution to things. So it was big for me to get there, kind of boots on the ground, be in the schools where the majority of the youth in the community is, and having those one-on-one interactions and explain things and how we do our jobs and why we do it the way we do.
Working in the schools affords deputies the opportunity to directly influence students' lives and guide them towards a positive direction.
Your mouth is more of a tool than anything you got in your belt. So it's very big, and I know the agency is big on de-escalation. So when you encounter a situation where a student may be having a crisis or going through some stuff, my first course of action is always to try to de-escalate, calm them down, see if we can resolve it with nobody getting hurt, them not going to jail or anything of that nature. So if we can just kind of calm the situation down, and usually it works. They're just going through a moment. They need to work through some things. They've probably got some things going on in their lives that you're not privy to.
An SRD's role involves numerous tasks, but the primary objective is to ensure everyone's safety on campus.
So we're contracted to be there 30 minutes before school, 30 minutes after. Typically when I get there, obviously set up. Some of my staff hangs out in the courtyard. I'll get with them. The biggest thing is you really don't have a routine per se. You don't really want to have the same routine where people can pick up on where you'll be and all that. Kind of keep it changing. But the biggest thing is two things: visibility, especially times of like transition when the kids are between classes, when they get there in the morning at arrival, and dismissal when they're heading to the buses and to their vehicles. So visibility and availability.
Even after school hours, our student resource deputies remain dedicated to actively finding new ways to engage with Leon County students.
I think there's an assumption that when summer rolls around that we got a few months to ourselves. That's not the case either. There's programs that the Sheriff's Office has implemented that we do as a whole through the school resource unit to help out. We do things such as a camp we put on for a couple of weeks, something called Teen Driver Challenge for young new drivers. We put them through a course that kind of help them build confidence behind the wheel, especially being at Childs with a lot of young drivers out there. I deal with traffic crashes quite a bit.
When asked about his favorite time of the year, Deputy Strickland says,
believe it or not, it's our busiest time of the year, which is starting shortly football season. I'm an avid sports fan, so I like being around sports. This time of the year I get JV football on Thursdays typically. Friday will be varsity football, and then I'll also work some FSU football games.
If you want to positively impact the youth of Leon County, consider applying for a position at the Leon County Sheriff's Office by visiting our website at leoncountyso.com. For Leon County Today, I'm Captain Jimmy Goodman.